Transitioning from the military to the business world is never easy, especially when you add the elements of being a woman and the uncertainty of entrepreneurship. Two women with different obstacles but one common goal: successful entrepreneurship as a female veteran.
I am from Atlanta, Georgia, and the service that I was in was the Army. Go Army! 22 and a half years in the Army. I was lab tech. I ran the Blood Donor Center for Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
I was in the Army here on Fort Bragg. Spent about 20 years and some change, because I don't want you to leave out the extra that I got, but I did retire at 20 years.
Well, after dedicating like the better part of my life in the military, serving my country, it was a little bit stressful, but exciting at the same time to be able to get out of the military and do something different than just the day-to-day Army life. Emotionally, how I felt transitioning out of the military, I was a little frightened, a little excited, and it was a little stressful. The scary part, okay, what comes next? You don't know. You're just putting your foot in the water just to see where you fit in and what you're going to do, what's your plan for the next day. The excitement is, yay, I'm finally out after all these years. Let's see what else life has for me. And a little stressful because you're trying to get it together and fit into the world and not just the Army world.
My advantage was knowing I had a retirement check. And a lot of people who are coming out of the military who do not have that paycheck, you have to get into something that's going to feed you the very next day, if you will. And I had the luxury, to be honest with you, the pleasure, the opportunity to know that I had something to rely on while I made my next move, transitioning from the military. So it wasn't negative, but I just knew I had a backup plan while I was journeying to find what my next would be. So the entrepreneurial space that I entered after I left the military was a real estate company. I spent time watching HGTV like so many millions of other people, and they see this agent who goes in the house and they look at 3 houses and they choose from those 3 houses. Well, in reality, it's so far from that. It is so far from that. They may have seen 50 houses before they selected or drew it down to those 3 homes. So that's kind of the space that I thought I would love to be involved in, and it's really how I got my start in real estate.
The entrepreneurial space that I entered after leaving the military was real estate, and my other company is logistics, Elite Logistics Solutions. Real estate, because like I said, I just love to try to make dreams come true. People owning their own home, their own condo. Some people even invest. You know, they have some money beside, they want to invest, and I think that's good for anybody, young people, to invest in something, to have something so when they have children, they can have, you know, investment and things of that nature.
I don't have many challenges that I have endured, but one thing that sticks out is whenever you're in a situation, an environment, they automatically assume that your husband was the one who was in the military. I can have on all of my badges, my retiree pin. I can have on a number of different things that show I am a veteran, and they still ask me, oh, what did your husband serve? So I'm quick to let them know, my husband served, yes, but I'm also retired from the military. So they know you're dealing with a veteran and not just the wife of someone who's serving. I'm the real deal.
There have been times that I felt like stopping. During COVID, times were a little hard, so you had to like maybe lay off people or cut their times, or, you know, and money was not flowing as prosperous as it was before. But we know that there are ebbs and flows in business, ups and downs, so you have to endure and stay the course, because in the end, things are going to work out.
The way I want my legacy to be remembered is that the life I lived at the dash. I was born at this time, dash, and then my expiration is going to be another day. So it's important to me that I live in a manner that gives my preacher something to preach about at my homegoing service. I want to know that people thought I treated them fairly. They think I treated them kindly, with love and compassion. And all of those things are important to me so that my dash between the year I was born and the year I pass on is lived fully.
I want to be remembered not just what I did for them, but how did I make them feel? Because that's important. How did I love them? Did I show the love that Jesus showed for me? And that's very, very important to me. It's through Christ I can do all things, and that is what kept me standing all this time, and to endure and to finally become a real estate agent and to open up my own business, because for so long I was gripped with fear, the fear of failure, not thinking that I'm going to make it or I'm going to be able to make it work. But God assured me it's going to work, and I believe him, and that's why I'm enduring today. I'm going to keep going and make a difference.